Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday and happy day 7. You are here, you've made it. You've done so well, committing to yourself and showing up. Thank you for joining me today. Starting our practice, stood towards the back of our mat. So, finding a strong, sturdy mountain pose, connecting to the foundation beneath you. Feet, hips distance apart, knees softly bent, spine nice and long. Keep that length all the way from the tailbone to the crown. Find some space between the shoulders and the earlobes. And feel free to place the hands wherever you would like to. So maybe they're by your sides or on a particular space of the body, the stomach, the ribs. The hands could be together at the heart in Anjali Mudra. Just find what works for you today. Then closing the eyes or softening the gaze, we come to spread our breath through our entire being. Inhaling completely, exhaling completely, being so grateful this morning for simply being here as we are. Breathing in, and on your next exhale, open the mouth and sigh it out. 2 more times. Inhale. And let go of something that no longer is serving you. Once more. Beautiful. Open the eyes here. And if you're near a wall or some form of support, you might want to take that here. We're just going to rock our weight forwards into our toes, slightly lift the heels off, and then send the weight back into the heels and just lift the toes off. Then rock the weight over to the left and to the right. And this time when we come forward, maybe we lift the heels a little higher. Remember, don't panic, stay calm. And bring the heels down and lift the toes maybe a little higher. Just shifting our weight, noticing how it feels. And come back to center before moving over to the left. And then over to the right. Nice. And then make your way back. Mountain pose. Feel the weight spread evenly through all 4 corners of both feet. Spreading the toes. Each of the toes touching the earth. And lifting the arms. We reach for the sky. Gazing up if we can. And releasing the arms, curling the chin towards the chest, we roll down towards the ground in a forward fold. Press down through the feet, we rise straight up, reach the arms. And releasing, keeping the knees lovely and soft as we curl forwards. One more time, lifting all the way up. Maybe we marry this movement to our breath. And releasing all the way down to a fold. Lifting your way up halfway, finding that lift, lovely long spine. Keep the back of the neck with space and fold forwards. Planting the feet, we rise all the way up. This time reach the arms. Keep those headlights on the hips facing forward as we open the arms. Left arm back, right hand forward, twisting through our center. And then reaching all the way up and over to the right. Nice. Keep this soft. One more time to each side. Reaching tall through all 4 sides of the torso. Spread through the fingers. Find those jazz hands and then make your way all the way back. Reach and release, curling forwards. Inhale. Lift up halfway. Exhale. Fold and release. And walking the hands slightly forward. We'll keep the toes tucked under as we bring the knees to the ground and come to sit back on our heels. Now if this is far too much and the feet are screaming, we can untuck the toes. Nice. Left hand floats down towards the ground. We keep on our fingertips or lift onto any support if you want to bridge the gap between yourself and the earth as we reach the right hand all the way up and over to the left side, feeling into the side body space. Keep the heart radiating upwards. Maybe we gaze up if there's the space in the neck today, but just keeping it nice and easy, all the way back through center and over to the right. Left arm reaches and we fold. Nice. Keep the lower body rooting down towards the ground. Find one more breath here. And release back to center. Interlace the hands. Send the palms forwards and all the way towards the sky. If this is too much interlaced, we can find some space between the palms. Nice. And then lift the heart. Send the gaze up just slightly. And release. Walking forwards into a tabletop. Wrists beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. We can untuck those toes now as we find cat pose. Curl your way into this angry cat. Arch through the spine. Nice. And then lifting the tailbone and the gaze, cow pose. Make this your own. Explore this movement. Cat-cowing 2 more times. But really just find whatever movement feels good for you today. Rather than isolating this movement just to our spine, can we discover the space in the neck, in the hips, and everywhere else? And then the next time you come to cow pose, make this your last one. Before floating up, neutral spine, tucking those toes under, pressing through the palms, we lift our knees off the ground just slightly. Hover here, connect to the strength, waking up the deep abdominal muscles in your center. Breathe deep, you can do it, I know you can. And releasing, just come off the hands, rolling through the wrists, spreading through the fingers, and then jump forwards. Hovering the knees off again, but keep this really sturdy foundation in the arms and the shoulders first before lifting off. And from here, we'll send the right leg back long, then the left leg back, coming into a high plank. Don't panic. If we need to, we can come down to the knees. Nice. And then everybody down to the knees. Keep the weight shifting forwards as we send the elbows back behind us, lower down to the ground. Take the feet nice and wide on the mat. Hands reach off the mat, tenting the palms, so coming onto the fingertips. And moving with your breath if we can. Inhaling. Now on an exhale, lift your heart forwards. Chest reaches off the mat. We find a cobra. And releasing. And again. Inhale. Exhale. Lift. Finding extension through the spine. Take your cobra as low as you want to today. Remember, this is your practice. One more time. Lovely long spine, nice long neck, and releasing. Hands come either side of the body as we lift our way up, tucking the toes under, sitting back on the heels, press through the palms, downward facing dog. Take your time arriving there. Lead with the hips. And find the movement that feels great for you today. Bending the knees. Think about even more length we're finding through the torso. Nice. And then walking the hands back to the feet in a forward fold. We'll inhale to lift up halfway, find a flat back. Exhale to release. And from here, we'll keep the knees nice and bent as we start to walk the hands forward, almost like we're crawling our way into a high plank. We keep the knees nice and soft. We lengthen and then crawl all the way back. We're using strength here. Don't worry, we're tapping into what we've got. Coming back to our forward fold. And again, crawling forward. Hands press lightly on the earth. We lengthen almost all the way and then start to crawl back. Nice. Keep breathing. Forward fold. Don't worry if you're a bit behind me. Work with your own time. We'll do this once more. Beautiful. Next time you come to your forward fold, find one breath, head, neck, and arms hang. And then walking our way forwards into a downward facing dog. No, you can always take a child's pose here. Take the knees wide, big toes come to touch. We'll find a couple of breaths. And if you're in child's pose, make your way up to downward facing dog. Meeting here, everybody walks the feet forwards towards the hands in a fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to release and bringing the fingertips to the earth. We step the right leg back, nice and wide on a diagonal. Keeping the back heel off the ground and the back knee, we'll slowly gather up all of this energy and strength from the earth, from our foundation, to rise and lift our way into a high lunge. Keep this nice and gentle here, this first lunge of our practice, so the back knee's soft. There's lots going on here, so breathe deep. Hands can be on the hips. Maybe if we practice this before, we can reach for the sky. Keep the shoulders soft. Find one more breath here. And then step that back foot to meet the front foot. Nice. Wiggle it out. Wiggle the hips. Rotate the ankles one way and then the other. And then rolling all the way forwards, we come back into our fold, Uttanasana. Fingertips on the ground. Left leg steps back on a nice wide diagonal. So we're keeping the back heel off the ground. Really gather everything up as we rise and make our way into our lunge. Keep it soft and easy. Rather than a still statue, we're more like a river flowing. Nice. Decide where you want the arms. Keeping that front knee over that front ankle, toes soft. Beautiful. One more breath here. Before stepping that back foot to meet the front foot, and again, shaking it out, wiggling it out. Beautiful. Finding a mountain pose now. As we come to soften the gaze, we can close the eyes completely if we feel comfortable, and shifting our way over towards our left side. Nice. Over towards the right. Trust yourself. Take whatever support you need. Coming back to center, shifting our weight forward, but keeping on our heels this time. And shifting our weight back again, keeping on the toes. Nice. Just check in with how you feel. How's your balance? Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Open the eyes. Bringing the hands to the hips as we step our right leg back on that nice big diagonal. Find this wide stance in between the feet, the love and space to the sacrum, but also supporting your balance here. Front knee over the front ankle. Think about this length through all four sides of the torso. And from here, we can keep our hands on the hips. Maybe we send them back behind us like airplane wings. We'll grow our practice from wherever we are. Starting to shift our weight into our front leg, dragging the back toes towards us as they maybe float off the mat. You can keep the toes on the ground if you like. Really just notice where you are. And maybe we lift the leg a little higher. Maybe a little higher. Keeping it soft. Finding this extension through the torso like we did in our cobra pose on the ground. So wherever we are, this is where we're exploring the space and the length. And if the right leg is lifted a little higher, can we send our way through that heel to activate the muscles in the right leg, helping to keep us nice and strong. Don't worry if we fall, the ground is always there to catch you. Come to find one more breath before releasing mountain pose. Whoa. The glutes might be definitely talking to us here. So take any movement you need to. Remember to connect to the breath. And then whenever you're ready, sending that left leg back on a diagonal, high lunge. Front knee bends over the front ankle. Keep it nice and easy. Weight starts to shift forwards. Left foot starts to drag towards us, and then maybe we fly. Micro bend stays in the right leg. Maybe we lift a little higher. Maybe that's for another day. Finding this extension. Don't forget to smile. We're on day 7. You've come so far. Beautiful. One more breath. And then stepping the back foot to meet the front foot, mountain pose. Everybody inhaling through the nose. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. Twice more. Floating the palms together at the heart. I thank you so much for joining me for this 7-day morning series. I hope to see you again soon on the mat. And as always, from my heart to each and every one of yours in the Find Your Flow community, I thank you. Namaste.